I don't know, some people are going to come after me saying, oh my goodness, whatnot. But guys, I don't really care. I'm just giving you my opinion. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pauline Study if you're coming here for the first time, and welcome here. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about hairstyles that will make you look like you are local, you are cheap. Like those hairstyles that make you look like, oh my goodness, you just come into civilization for the first time. With due respect, I'm not disrespecting anyone. Anyway, we're going to be talking about those hairstyles, and I have a few of them that I'm going to be showing here right on the screen while I talk about them. But before we proceed, please do leave a comment on the comment section down below. Don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to share it with every single person that you think should watch it. And yeah guys, also comment about my hair. Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing an unboxing video of the Gepa's hair dryer. I think it's one of the latest styling hair dryers, but I'll do that later. So anyway, let's dive into the video. And the first thing that I'm going to be talking about is gelling your hair. My dears, gelling your hair is no problem, provided you're going to do it the proper way, the stylish way, and the right way. Okay, this is something that I must mention first. Not every single person has gellable hair. That is to say, not every single person has edges that should be gelled. Okay, for example, myself, you can see here how my front hair is. I do not have hair to gel. Do you understand? I do not have edges to gel. However, it doesn't make sense for you to go on because you have this kind of hair but you feel like you need to gel your hair. You go on and then get your hair, like you push it at the front after you've combed. I've seen this happen everywhere, on Instagram, on YouTube. Everyone does that, and it simply isn't right because you're weakening your hair and you're going to look very cheap, very local. Okay, so when you push your hair to the front, this front hair that is here lying, after you've combed my hair like this, and then you bring a brush and start pushing the hair in front, and then get a gel, and then you start making it lie at the forehead. That is totally going to make you very local. It's going to make your hair look like it was just done way beyond 5 cents or something, but it's going to make you very local. I think you guys can see the photos on the screen. That hairstyle is something I wouldn't even want anyone to do for themselves. I don't do it personally. I don't. Yeah, and I only use gel when it's necessary. Okay, so that is being put aside. The second thing is this kind of hairstyle, guys. This high puff is very, very, very beautiful, very fashionable, but it starts to lose meaning and it starts to get ugly, local, and cheap when you also go on and gel it the very same way that I've just talked about in the previous hairstyle. Okay, do not force edges, my dears. Do not force edges. If you don't have edges, just comb your hair smart, sleek like I have, and hold your high puff, and you're going to definitely look beautiful. You guys have seen me come here on that with that hairstyle and it looks good. It's not that because I wear it like that it looks good, but no, like you can't force some things, because these edges, the more you force them, the more your hair is prone to breaking and the more it's going to look cheap on you. So please do not do that kind of hairstyle. Please don't, my dears, don't. It doesn't look good. Okay, so yeah, the next hairstyle I'm going to be talking about, this is a hairstyle that had really gotten everyone trending on it, but this is one of the things. I feel like it makes one look so ordinary, makes one look so cheap, makes one look not really that fashionable. Do you understand? That hairstyle, you can see it on the screen, the hairstyle that has the hair coming out like this, and then you hold the rest of the hair out. The reason, it just doesn't make you look that legit, especially if you're going to go out to classy places, or if you're going to go out like for a date, or you're just going out and you need to look good. These are hairstyles you don't need to be putting on your head. My dears, you need to slay that natural hair, and for you to slay it, you have to avoid certain hairstyles like that one. The other one that I don't like, and the one that I would say that actually makes you look local, is when you put the cornrows in the sides. Okay, that one that you can see on the screen. That hairstyle is just so sick, my dears. Please don't do this hairstyle. Even if you're going to the movies alone, you're going to meet people, you need to look good, okay? You need to look good, my dears. This is something that I shouldn't even mention before I proceed. If you don't have a hairstyle to do, okay, don't force it. Just comb your hair like mine is and move. Everyone is going to be saying nice hair, nice hair, compared to when you do this kind of hairstyle and go out, because you're definitely not looking that good, and it's not looking like it's something that you want to, like, it just doesn't look legit. It makes you look a bit so local and cheap. Yeah, so don't do that. The next hairstyle, these two hairstyles are a bit so related, because most people tend to opt for this because their hair is not that long, and sometimes they really want to do that sleek ponytail look or something. This is my advice. Firstly, if you want to do these hairstyles, buy hair extensions that are I can't say equivalent, that are relatable to your hair texture, okay? You don't have to, you cannot get a very synthetic hair ponytail like the one in the screen right now, and you add it to fussy phobia hair like mine and expect to be looking very beautiful. My dears, that's a complete dream that's going to make you look very cheap and local, especially if you go on to force the edges, to push the edges to the front when you don't even have them. That hair that is here, most of the times the hair that's lying on top of this hair here, like on top here, is not always like very strong. It's a bit weak. That's why it's very easy for it to break. So most people just push it in front and force edges by doing all that kind of style I should showed you. And then you go on to put that very artificial and styled, non-texturized, nothing done to it, extension to your hair. You're going to look very local, my dears. If you want to look good with it, style it, okay? Make sure you texturize it, make sure that you condition it, make sure that you get an extension that has the same texture as your hair. Like I always show you in my videos, I always prefer to use the Mali braid because it has the same texture and color as my hair, okay? So that is the first thing. The other thing is this curly kind of hair extension. You guys can see it on the video. This is a very, 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 very common hairstyle. Everyone does it. I see people going to offices with it, and I just can't imagine how you wake up and do such a thing and go to office. It just doesn't fit that, because firstly, people buy the wrong puffs, the wrong kind of texture, the wrong color, and fix it badly. If you have short hair, what I would always advise is that always get fashions that are like suitable for short hair. Things like twists, stylable twists, like different kinds of fashions for twists, because I've done twists here. I think I've also shown you some tests, but I will show them on the screen. Also, you can do things like holding a small puff without having to force it, because when you add that extension, guys, the wind will blow, my dears, and the puff will go off and you don't know what to do. But even if you try to fix it, it just definitely looks like you're trying to fix something. So I wouldn't really advise people to do these kinds of hairstyles, because they make you really look so local and fashionable, that kind of thing. So you guys need to be avoiding those kinds of hairstyles, because they make people look like they don't make you look legit, okay? So you need to avoid those kinds of hairstyles, okay? So the other thing is that there is this hairstyle that, oh my goodness. Okay, guys, I love cornrows a lot, because even before I puffed this hair of mine, this fussy, very hard hair of mine, I had cornrows. Cornrows are very okay for as long as you're going to do them very nicely and keep them neat, okay? But cornrows are going to look ugly and cheap and very local if you go on to force the edges, like I've already emphasized from the very beginning of this video. But secondly, when you do not keep them neat and when you don't do them the right way. What do I mean? You guys can see on the screen, these are very nice cornrows, and then there are very ugly cornrows whereby they don't even fit the head. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? Okay, like they are not properly plated, and then the saddest bit is when you do them and want to add a puff to them. Like you want to add, if this was artificial hair, okay, and the corners are up to the downer part, and then you want to add such a huge puff. My dears, if you can't do it yourself, please go to the salon or the hairdresser and they do it for you, because my dears are going to look very terrible. And don't say Pauline Study did not tell you, okay? So you need to avoid those kinds of hairstyles because they just look so terrible, my dears. They just look so sick. Yeah. So also there are some kinds of protective hairstyles that don't look very good, and one of them is braiding your hair and not making sure that it is properly braided. You guys can see on the screen. These kinds of braids are ones that I wouldn't advise anyone to do. It's okay to braid your hair because braiding your hair helps to protect your hair and it helps to grow your hair. But at the same time, it damages your hair and breaks your hair if you plait it in this very way that I've shown you. And it makes you look local. I've seen people who earn a lot of money having these kinds of braids and they don't even know how fake or how local or how cheap it makes them look like, because I don't understand how you would not have any kind of spacing. Besides that, I don't understand how they are. You guys can see how they're done. Those things, when they stay longer, they're going to break your hair. I've said this before in one of my videos. But besides that, when you hold your puff, they don't look legit. They don't look any fashionable. You can't even style them. They can't even look good, okay? So I think you guys need to stop these kinds of hairstyles that I'm talking about in this video. There are so many other kinds of hairstyles, but these are like the most common hairstyles because I see them. You go to the market and someone is wearing that hairstyle. The next thing is going to a party and someone is wearing that hairstyle and you're like, goodness Lord, what is going on here? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But like I said, if you don't have any hairstyle that you want to do, I advise you to always comb your hair like I do with mine and do a bun. I've shown you guys how to do buns, okay? But it also depends how you do it, because sometimes that can also look cheap. Do you understand, my dears? But I've talked about those hairstyles that I think really make people look very local and cheap, even when they don't intend to, and they just want to look very nice, okay? And yeah, there are also these kinds of cornrow hairstyles. Oh my goodness, you guys can see them on the screen. These hairstyles, my dears, don't even bother to plait them. I see people talking about them. Oh, how to play this, how to play this, my dear. As soon as you put that on your head, you're just going to be. Firstly, most of the times those hairstyles are a bit painful, even if you have very long hair like mine, okay? Secondly, is that there is a way they just don't look fashionable, okay? Yeah, these are 90s fashions, but there's so many 90s fashions like my hair. This hairstyle has been there since time before I was born, okay? And it still looks good. But those kinds of hairstyles, there is a way they just don't sit well when you put them on and then you wear them and then you want to go out and then you want to just looking good. You just don't have to do them, my dears. Just do not. Because, my dears, I tell you, you're just going to look very local, okay? And yeah, so guys, I think I've talked about a lot on this video. I've talked about a lot on those hairstyles. I don't know, some people are going to come after me saying, oh my goodness, whatnot. But guys, I don't really care. I'm just giving you my opinion and the honest opinion which you would get from some people, or if not most of them. And I think everyone should just try and consider that, try and think about that. Yeah, so guys, please, if you have a comment, leave it down below. Please continue to talk about all those kinds of hairstyles that you think people should never try out in this 21st century. And please do comment about my hair. Yeah. Do you guys like it? Meanwhile, I fear to overstretch it because, anyway, I'll explain that in another video. But I hope you like it, and please don't forget to comment. And do share this video. Don't forget to like it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.